Okay, let's jump into task. Yeah. So yesterday, what we have discussed, even just brief one note is enough. Hello.
ఎస్ అన్న.
ఎవరైనా ఒక క్విక్ పాయింట్ చెప్తారా? అంటే నిన్న ఏం మాట్లాడాము? సో మనం సర్లే నేనే చెప్తాను. కొన్ని కీ పాయింట్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సి ఏంటంటే మనం ఎవ్రీ స్టేట్మెంట్ దగ్గర మనం డెఫినెట్గా కాలన్ ఎండ్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? సో అండ్ సో డేటాబేస్లో మనకి లాంగ్వేజెస్ వచ్చేసరికి ఈ 5 లాంగ్వేజెస్ వాడుతూ ఉంటాం. ఓకేనా? సో ఒకటేమో డెఫినేషన్ లాంగ్వేజ్, ఒకటేమో మ్యానిపులేషన్, ఒకటేమో రిట్రీవల్, ఇంకోటేమో ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కంట్రోల్ లాంగ్వేజ్, ఒకటేమో డేటా కంట్రోల్. సో ఇవన్నీ మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం కదా. క్రియేట్, ఆల్టర్, డ్రాప్, ట్రంకేట్, రీనేమ్, ఇన్సర్ట్, అప్డేట్, డిలీట్, ఓకే, కమిట్, రోల్ బ్యాక్ అండ్ దెన్ గ్రాంట్, రివోక్. ఓకే, సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇవాళ ఏం చేద్దామంటే ఆ కమాండ్స్ ఎలా యూసేజ్ ఎలా ఉందో అది మనం డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఓకేనా? సో నేను మీకు 2 లింక్స్ షేర్ చేస్తాను. యూట్యూబ్లో మీరు చూసి పర్సనల్గా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఈ రెండు. ఓకేనా? నాకు ఎవరైనా పిన్ చేయరా ఈ గ్రూప్లో? ఐ వాంట్ టు చాట్ విత్ యూ గైస్. యా. సో సో ఈ 2 లింక్స్ చూడండి. ఒకటేమో ఒరాకిల్ ఒరాకిల్ ఒకటేమో ఒరాకిల్ 19x వర్జన్ని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవటం ఎలా ఉంటుంది. ఇంకోటేమో వన్స్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నాక డిఫాల్ట్ యూజర్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ యూజర్ ఐడి ద్వారా మీరు లాగిన్ అయిపోయి యూనో ఆ యూజర్ ఐడి ద్వారా మీరు లాగిన్ అయిపోయి మీరు ఒరాకిల్ సెటప్ చేసేసుకున్నాక ఒరాకిల్ సీక్వెల్ డెవలపర్ కూడా అది కూడా ఒక టూల్ అనమాట. ఒరాకిల్ డేటాబేస్ని కొంచెం ఫ్రెండ్లీగా యాక్సెస్ చేయడానికి. సో ఆ రెండు టూల్స్ని, ఆ రెండు కాంపోనెంట్స్ని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోండి. ఓకేనా? నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్కి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోండి. ఓకేనా? క్లియర్ కదా గైస్? హలో.
క్లియర్ అన్న. ఎస్ ఎస్ అన్న.
సో ఈ 2 కాంపోనెంట్స్ మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నారు అనుకోండి. యాక్చువల్గా దీంట్లో డిఫాల్ట్ యూజర్స్ ఉంటాయి. వాటి ఉపయోగించి మనం ఒక యూజర్ని క్రియేట్ చేయవచ్చు. సో అది జస్ట్ మీరు చూడండి, లేకపోతే నేను 1 to 1 అడిగినా నేను చెప్తాను. రేపు యూజర్ ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలో చెప్తాను. ఓకేనా? సో ఇవాళ వచ్చేసరికి మనం how Oracle is doing what will learn. ఓకే, సో సమ్ పాయింట్స్ మనం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే స్ట్రింగ్స్ అనేవి డెఫినెట్గా సింగిల్ కొటేషన్లోనే డిఫైన్ చేయబడతాయి అన్నమాట. అంటే వైల్ యు ఆర్ ఇన్సర్టింగ్ ఏ పర్టికులర్ పర్టికులర్ క్యారెక్టర్ ఆర్ ఎల్స్ యు ఆర్ inserting some statement to a column. If that is having string data type nature, then we have to install that with colon. For numerics it is okay, you can insert with numbers directly, but for dates that is different. I'll tell you after some time. But if you want to insert some null values in the place of some columns, then you have to use null. Okay, so how it is there. Okay, so let's discuss with small table. So for our class, right, I have created one table. Okay. Okay, so for our class, yeah. So if you see here, right, I was creating one table. So the table syntax is here. Okay, if you want to create some table in the Oracle, then you have to follow some syntaxes. So the syntax is here. Okay, so create. Let me just jump to my example. Okay, I have three columns. Okay, my three columns are, month, year, I mean year and then total sale. Okay, I'm discussing with short, with small example. Okay, I have a table. I'm going to create a table which is nothing but sales table, which holds three columns, nothing but month, year and total sale. Okay, and for month, I'm maintaining a character data type which is nothing but varchar of 50 in size. Okay, so 50 in size. Okay, I'm maintaining. I mean, for a string, whenever we maintain a string values, we have to definitely go with this data type. Okay, so I'm maintaining year 2020 or 2021. So that is a numeric. So I'm using int as a data type. Okay, so in total share also, like the sales amount will be in will be in numeric. So I'm using integer as a data type. Okay, so let me just execute this syntax. Okay, so if you see the syntax here, right? So it is stating create a table. Okay, the table name and followed by column one and the data type, comma column two, the data type, comma column three, data type, yeah, and so on. So here I'm using only three columns. So I'm going to create this table. So to fire this SQL, we just have to select the portion of the area and then run the command, or else you can use control enter. Okay, you can run this green button, or else you can do control enter. Okay, so if you see here in the down, the table is created. So if you create the table, you can see the table is created with three columns without having any rows. Okay, so let me just I will just see like what is the structure. I mean, what are the data types involved in the table. So if you see here, right, so this command will tell you, it will describe this table. I mean, this table is having how many columns and how many data types are there, and what are those. So the high level information it will be just sharing with us. So this is one useful command to know what is the table and what is the data type involved in for which column. Okay, so now you can see clearly that we don't have any data. Okay, so let me just uh, and actually Oracle is, it is not a case sensitive nature. Means you can write the statement in any format. Okay, it can be like starting with s or else. Okay, you can write in any format. Oracle will accept those queries. Okay, okay, Oracle will accept those queries. Okay, so let me just introduce insert statement. Okay, you are clear with the create statement, right? What we did, how to create a table. Okay, in a particular database. Okay, it is clear, right, for everyone? You just have to use the syntax like create table name of month, I mean the column name and column name data type, and column 2 data type, and so on. So this is clear, right, for everyone, how to create a table. For the new ones who has zero knowledge on this SQL, friend, it is clear, right, for everyone, how to create a
Clear,
table.
clear,
Yeah.
clear.
So let me just introduce the insert statement. Okay. So insert is nothing but you are making one record to this table. Okay. You are making a record to this table. Okay. So now if you see what is the general syntax for insert is, okay. So insert into table name, into table name. Okay. My table name is sales and then followed by values, and then we have to give the range of the values. Like I'm inserting months into months column, so I have to give months as I am giving as a character. So Jan is my the string which I'm loading into this month's column, and then year is 2020. I'm loading it to the years column, and then 2021 is my salary column. So if I run this statement, one record will get inserted. Okay, let's view that record. So if you notice here clearly, you have to understand that this column is inserted with one row in these particular columns. Okay. So let me just give some use cases where insert will go wrong. Okay. So if you miss to give one column, right? I mean you have to fully give all the range values. I mean if the three columns are given in the table, then you have to make sure the tables are, I mean the value should be definitely matching with the number of columns. Okay. So here if you notice that it is showing with some value is missing. Okay, so if you notice here, like not enough value, so we can't insert this kind of operation. So we need the full range values. So we don't have enough values to insert a particular row with this combination. Okay, so this is clear, right? These two examples.
Clear Anna. Clear Anna.
Yeah, yeah. So now next to, if you want to insert a particular, a particular field as a null, then if you want to insert a particular field as a null, then we have to definitely use a null operator. Okay. So null is kind of, it makes the particular cell as a null. Okay. Let's see how I have inserted. Okay. If you see here, I have inserted one column with null. Okay, so if you want to make something as a null, then you have to insert in this way. Okay, if you want to insert multiple nulls for the multiple fields, then you have to insert like this. Okay, so this is clear, right? I mean just overview on like how you insert. Okay, so let me just if you want to insert multiple inserts at one go, select all the inserts and then just run the button, so it will get inserted all at one go. Okay. Okay, so now you can see some data here, right, in this table. So let's jump to here. Okay, so I've covered create and then inserts and then yeah, let me just okay. So select star from the table name. Okay, so this is nothing but you are retrieving information from this table. Okay, so once you make an insert, it'll so once you make an insert, right, by default, if you don't commit, right, what will happen? All the transactions what you made, it will get rolled back. Okay. So now if you run this command, you will not be seeing any see commit. If you commit this, if you commit, then it will be permanently saved. Okay. So let me just drop this table and just tell you like, okay, I have dropped the table. So for drop, if you issue rollback, it will not work. Okay. So you can't see the table. Okay. For drops, you can't issue a rollback. Okay. Mm, so let me just create this table. Okay. And then insert couple of records. So we have inserted couple of records and let me insert them also. Then if you see, if you notice here, you have inserted those records but you have not committed, but sometimes, right, you will be in a position to undo the changes whatever transactions you have made. So at that time, if you do rollback, what are the inserts you have made till that point, it will get rolled back. Now you will not be seeing any data in the table, so that is the rollback. Okay, so it is clear, right, what is the difference between rollback and insert? If you want to permanently save what are the changes you made to that particular table, either insert or else update or else delete, you have to make sure that at the end of the transaction you have to issue the commit. Okay, so and rollback, is like
Hello.
if you want to, yeah, someone is speaking.
Yes. After creating the table and inserting the table,
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
do commit, if
Then the
we
yeah,
add,
then the transactions will be permanently saved in the database. Okay, let me
means
just yeah.
means if we do one syntax like drop the table,
Mm.
will the transactions be there or it will be dropped from that table?
Drop is like it is auto commit, right? So let me just. So these all sequels I will, I will make in one dot txt file, and get it placed in our group. So you practice with all these sequels so that you'll get better understanding. Okay. So daily if you practice in this way, then so let's who has picked like Sudhakar, right?
Yes, 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 Anna.
Yeah, yeah. So now if you notice here, right? So let's discuss about your query. Okay, I have a bunch of records. I don't have records, so let me insert those. Okay. So now your query is I am holding a table with some records, right? And if I drop, then what will happen, right? That is your
Uh,
query.
not that one, Anna. Uh,
Uh,
we we created the table and we inserted the data and
yeah.
we committed that table.
Okay.
Then if we drop the table, will
Mm.
that entire table will be dropped or
Yes, yes.
that table
Yeah.
will be present? That
No,
only.
yeah, yeah. So actually, if you commit the transactions, and then if you see the transactions are permanently saved in our database. Okay. So now if you issue the drop command, I mean to drop the particular table, then the entire, entire table or, entire column metadata will be dropped. Okay. That can't be rolled back. Am I
Okay,
clear now?
okay, okay.
So drop
Yes,
is
yes.
very rare command. Yeah, we should not go for drop. Okay, until unless the concepts are very clear to us. Like if someone says like we have to definitely drop this table, we should not use. But concept wise, you have to learn and make sure that drop will work in this way. Okay, so that point is clear, right? So let's jump to this. Any queries apart from that? So I don't have table. Let me just create this table. Okay. And then I insert couple of records. Okay, so select is nothing but it is a retrieval process from this table. So in some scenarios, I may have more number of columns, but I just want this year column and total sale column. So in that case, we have to separately write a query not to select all the columns, but specific columns we have to select. Okay, select total. Okay, so in this way you can avoid unnecessary columns for the display. Okay, so select is nothing but you are retrieving the columns what you want. Okay, you are just giving the columns what you want from this table name. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, Anna.
Yeah,
It
some
is.
star means nothing but all the columns from this table name. Okay. In some scenarios, if I have 100 columns, I don't want to look all the 100 columns, right? So some main columns I can look, right? So in that case, if you want to select specific columns, then you have to deal with this kind of scenarios. Okay. Like column, comma, by and other column. Okay. So in that way, we have to handle this. Okay. And then select is clear. Okay. So yeah, let's see one more scenario in the select only. Okay, so sometimes I just want my column name, okay, column name to be shown as, I don't want total sales. Okay, I want the total sales column to be, as something else like total sales for this 2020 year. So if you want to rename, I mean, while displaying the results, if you want to show my column name from total sales to total, I mean, from total sales as total sales underscore 2020, you have to use some ASCII keyword, which is nothing but while displaying particular row in the select retrieval process, it will just hide the business column name, and then instead of that, what is the column you are giving for the output purpose, it will just show you that. Okay, this is clear, right, Elias?
Uh, as keyword means alias only, right?
Yeah, it is an alias keyword to show our name with, I mean, to show our column name with a different name. Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Okay, so okay, just close this select with some. Okay, so if you want to, I have numerics right here. Let me just drop this table. Insert data. Let me just insert. Okay. So I have couple of rows here. So if I want to, I want to just multiply these rows. Okay, I'm just not jumping very fastly, but I just want to multiply these rows with with 10. Okay, so then I can directly write in this way. Okay, multiply, I mean, if it is a numeric this thing, you can directly multiply. Okay, and at the same time, you can also see the original column with your calculation output also. So this is just small examples here how to deal with the select statements. Okay, if you want to alias this result output to some new calculated salary, so you can do in this way. Okay,
డీటెయిల్స్ కావాలంటే
yeah, so this is clear, right? So let me jump into another statement. Yeah, so we have in real world, right, we have different data types, char, var, and number, and okay, so we have different data types. Okay, so these are like you can understand easily. Char is nothing but it holds till 255 bytes for a particular string, and varchar is nothing but it holds up to 4000 bytes. And if you use varchar to write, what it happens is, if I have a column length of 50, and then if I have inserted only 4 records, then the remaining unused spaces it will not use. But if you use char and if you define a 50, then for the unused characters also it will maintain the space, okay, in the database. Okay, and then these are numbers. So these are like when we deal with those kind of data types, then we'll come with them, and these are fine. Be well, they're not needed. Okay, most useful data types in our, I mean, these four are very regular to us in each and every scenario when we work. Okay, if you want to use, see, let me just create this table and just discuss about data. Okay, so I have created a student table, and this is inbuilt function. Okay, so this state. Okay, so when you do when you see here, right, sys date, and then some inbuilt functions are there. Okay, which are directly executable. Okay, so if you want to see some function behavior, there is uh, some dummy table which is nothing but dual. Okay, this table will give you what is the function behavior. Okay, so if you want to know, like, um, if you want to see, select one from DL, or I'll select A from DL, and then if you want to know some function behavior, okay, we can test with this dummy table. Okay, so I thought to just tell you this fly. So there are some tables. Okay. Mm. So let me just insert this query. So it is saying some, what is this number that we number back at 99. What happened to this is date? Okay. So see, this is with the different format. So you have to use single quotation and double quotation. Okay. So value larger than the specified position along. So what is that large here? Okay, so here if you see right here, so this S number has given a range of, I mean the length of that column is till two bytes. But here when when we are trying to insert a value into the particular cell, it is having 101, which holds 3 bytes of information. So due to that, it is saying the values are very large, so we can't insert that particular row. So in this case, you have to alter the size, or else for our example purpose, I'm just decreasing my size. Okay. So the row is inserted. Well, okay. Okay, guys. So I mean, for a couple of days, it will be theory only. So in small practices, but you have to people like you have to take all these inputs from that file. I mean, what is the file I have given? I will be giving this file in by this session end. So please practice like when we have to go with commits, what happened before the rollbacks. So play accordingly with the data. Okay.
Uh,
So inserts are done. Mm.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Who is this? Yeah,
Sudhakar.
yeah, it's Sudhakar.
Sysdate means system date.
Yeah, yeah. It is. Yeah, it is default. Default Oracle function which gives the system date. Okay, whenever
And,
we insert a
and
particular record. Yeah.
and for that insert for serial number of two, we didn't specify data type, right? Serial number
No,
above
no.
serial number. We
We
didn't
have a
specify
specified.
data type, right?
See here, we
Yes.
have specified. Na?
Oh, yes. Number of two. Okay,
Mm,
okay.
mm.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay.
Actually, okay. Okay, so this is clear, na? This table and how we are
Uh,
inserting. And actually,
yes, yes.
actually here we got a good example. If you are inserting, if your length is two, I mean, while making the column to the particular table, if you have set the if you have set the length to 2, and if you are inserting 2 characters, then that record will get inserted. But if you are inserting either 4 characters in the particular cell, it will not get inserted. Okay, so this is one kind of observation we have to notice here. Okay, so let me just jump here. Mm, okay, where class? Yeah. Okay, so I have this table. Okay, so forget about all this stuff. Yeah. So I have this table. Yeah. Select star from the table name. So it is displaying. Yeah. What is this here? Kalyan is requesting to. Okay, so if you see this table, so how we have to understand is we are selecting all the columns from this table name. Okay, so we are for retrieval purpose, if you want to see all the information from the table, we have to go with select option. So here I have salaries, right? Different salaries. I want to know my total salary. If it is holding 5,000, what is the I mean, how to get only the 5,000 records, okay, for my salary. So then we have to go with some condition, right? We'll be using where class, okay, where is kind of, a group level related. I mean, if you want to pick particular record from the table, then we have to go with where class, okay, where class followed by the column name, total total underscore sales, okay, and then we we have to give 5,000, so that only 5,000 records which are equal to 5,000. If you see, if you insert one more record with 5,000 in this table, and if you find this equal, because we have inserted two records, so how many records are matching with the with 5,000 salary, so all the records will get displayed. Okay, so that is the usage of this where. Okay, where is to catch a particular records on basis of some condition. This is nothing but we are giving some condition. Hey boss, like give me the total salary if that is equal to 5,000. Okay, so in this way we can catch a particular records. Okay, now let's jump some other points. Okay, so this is for string. Okay, this is for integer example. So if you want to use it for string related variables, then we have to write in this way. Okay, if my month is see if my month is I mean, for the strings also we have to definitely go with single quotations. Yeah, Jan. If my month is Jan, then display those records. Okay, let me just put one more record for 2020. Okay, so now if you notice here, I have January related two entries, but I just want only them. I don't want all the records from the table. So in that case, for the string columns, we have to just give this kind of condition like a single quotation followed by Jan. Okay, so then it will display only Jan related record. So this is for string. I mean string. If the column nature is string, then we have to use this conditions. Okay, if it is a numeric related, we have to give in this way. Okay, so these 2 points are clear. And let me insert one null record. Yeah. Yeah. So my total salary I am inserting as null. So if you see here, I have one null record, okay, in my last column. So in this case, Oracle will give some, functions like is null function is there, which tells if the particular column is null or not null. Okay, so we have written a query. If this column is having some null values, then display those columns. Okay, it can be one or more. Okay, I'm just giving you how to deal with the data types. I mean, if we have if you want to see something like not is null of, I mean, which is nothing but is not null, I guess. So we are not having any null values in the total salary. So in this way, Oracle will give some couple of functions. So in couple of days, I will be discussing about functions one day completely. So there will be knowing like how to deal with functions. Okay. So this is just an example like how to deal with the select statement. Like for the numerics, we do this kind of queries. For the strings, we do this kind of queries, and then for the null checks or for the not null checks, we do in this way. Okay. Okay, so for suppose for the not nulls, you're dealing with some not null values, and also you need exact for the year 2020 only. You don't want all the records for 2021. So in this case, there is some logical operator called AND. Okay, so this AND operator will run like if the both conditions are true, then only the display the particular record. Okay. If the year is equal to 2020, then only display. I mean, I should have some valid salary in my cell, and exactly my if the year is 2020, you can write. I mean, if the exact salary is 2020, then only display my a result. Okay. So here also, if you want to hide some columns, I don't want. I don't want all the columns like month, year, and I just want my total salary. That's it. So you can, if you want the total salary to be, printed while displaying, so you can write in different fashions. Okay. So these 2 points are clear now. So just for your understanding, if you practice more, you'll get better understanding. Okay. Duplicates. Okay. Delete. Okay. So I will close with, to update. I'll just I'll today I thought to discuss with you, like, how to deal with the tables columns, but okay, I just jumped into some select statements. If you have time, just read those and then try to understand them. But now let us jump to, like, let me just drop this table. So you are with me, guys, right? I mean, what I'm discussing, everything is clear, right?
Yes, Anna. Yes, Anna.
Yeah, let me just insert couple of rows. Yeah. So if you practice more, na, I mean, when you practice more, you'll get more options. Okay. So I have a table, right? This table I'm holding how many records now? So if you see, I'm holding 8 records for the 3 columns, right? So in some situations, I just want to, I don't want my total salary to be maintained in my column. I mean, in my table. So I just want, I mean, this is my unused column. Okay, I'm not using for my future purposes. Okay, but these 2 columns are mandatory columns for my business. So in that case, if you don't want if you don't want this column to be present in this table, then in that case you want to drop this table, I mean drop this column from the table. Okay, so then you have to go with this syntax. Okay, alter table name, and then no, sorry, alter table name, and then drop column, and then the column name. Okay, this is the syntax. Yeah, please note down. Yeah, alter table, I'm repeating one more time. Alter table, you are altering this table sales, and you are going to drop that column from the table name. You can't directly drop the column exactly. Okay, I mean, if you see, to drop a particular table, we are using drop table name, but to drop a particular column from the table, you have to definitely go with an alter statements to execute the drop on the column level. Okay, so let me just run this SQL. So if you see here, system, I mean the table is altered now. You will be not seeing the last column. Okay, total sales. Okay, so this is one usage, like if you want to alter, or else if you want to add the column also, right? The same usage. Okay, just you have to play with, you have dropped the column. I will just explain further. Yeah, let me just complete my task. Okay, so now you have understood like how to drop a column from the table. Okay, so and in some cases, right, I just want to rename. I mean, some scenarios might be there. The business people will ask you to to rename the particular column. Okay, from something to something. So then you have to deal with this alter statement. You have to fire like alter table name, rename the column name from, I am renaming the months to months underscore sp. So I'll be running this statement, just see what will happen. Now before I run this statement, what is my column name here? So it is months, right? Hi, hello. If you see here also, Anush. If you see here, it is months. Okay, before I run this alter statement to rename a particular column. Okay, so once I executed this statement, it is altered now. Now let's go and run this description to see the data, to see the column name. So if you see here, previously it is holding months, but after my alter statement, it is renamed to months underscore sp. Okay, So this is one example. Sometimes, right, if you sometimes the client wants to rename the table. Okay, not only not only sometimes our business might deal with, I just want the new table to be coming up for the further analysis. So in that cases, like my old table is sales. Okay, so currently if you see the sales, on the basis of sales I'm able to get my results from the table. But if you see, if you run this statement to rename the particular table from sales to sales underscore sp, we have to run this table, rename table to my new table name. Okay, if you run this statement, so now if you run the old table name, it will not be present. Okay, so in that case, yeah, Sudhakar, yeah, please.
Hello.
Yeah, Sudhakar,
Uh,
please.
if we want to to we have to do the syntax of order, right?
Your voice is breaking, Sudhakar.
Means if we want to change the names of columns, then
Ah,
only we have to write the alter statement, right?
Yes, yes. If you want to play with the columns, like if you want to drop the columns, or if you want to increase the columns, or else if you want to add the columns, okay. So in that cases only we have to go with alters.
Only with alter. Otherwise,
Yeah.
same. Just
Uh,
if we want to play with the table, a table name, then alter statement is not required.
Not required. Yes, yes, exactly. Okay. So now if you see my new table name, it is with sales underscore sp. Okay, I don't have my old table name. So here also, if you see the sales underscore table is holding two columns, right? So one column is month underscore sp now, right? This is the new one which you have altered. So it is holding a length of 50, and the data type is varchar2. Okay, we are holding length of 50. So in some situations, you will be in a positions like I don't want this much length, because from the source onwards we are not getting this much length. So as a modification, right, you just want to decrease my length from 50 to 30, then you are playing with the column, right? So then you have to just definitely fire this statement like alter table table modify the column name to my original, I mean to my change data type. So if you run this statement, so now if you see the description for this statement, you can definitely see there is a change in this length. Okay, between previous alter and current alter. Okay, so these are some regularly useful things for our daily routines. Okay, so once, I mean, almost I covered almost column level, how to deal, how to rename the columns, how to drop a columns, how to I mean how to increase the length of the columns, how to decrease the length of the columns, and how to rename the table. Okay, so this all I have covered. So let's jump to one most important command, which is nothing but truncate. Okay, if you truncate, drop is nothing but you're dropping that layout exactly, layout, and then I mean the structure you are dropping, and as well as you're dropping the. So if you drop the table, what will happen? So you will not be seeing any data in the table, I mean you will not be seeing any information for the table in the database. Okay, everything is done, I mean you will not be seeing it, or not even structure, or else not even the records. Okay, everything is done, I mean the table is no more. Okay, so let me just create this table, and then insert couple of records, and then let me just alter my table. I just want to rename, right? So now if you see, my table is present. Okay. Now if you see my table is present with some data. So previously I have shown you like I don't have any, when we fire the drop drop SQL for this table, it'll remove everything. It will not keep the structure of the table. It will remove everything, data along with the structure. Okay, but if you issue the truncate command, what it does is it will just trunk the information. Okay, information matlab like it trunks the information, I mean data. Okay, it will not it will keep the structure as it is. If you just fire this select statement for this table, you'll be seeing the structure. Okay, so structure will not get dropped, but the entire data will get truncated. This is clear, right? Drop, what is the difference between drop and truncate?
Yes, Anna. Yes, yes.
Okay, now let me just see, I'm just playing with one table so that, I mean, one table will have multiple scenarios, so you will be also very comfortable. Yeah. So let me just insert couple of rows. Okay, now let me take my original table only. Yeah, sales. Yeah. So now if you see here, right, I have 8 records. Out of 8, I don't want. I want to see my records which are having year as 2020. Okay, so it is displaying 3 records, right? So I just want to delete all these records which are belongs to 2020. So in that case I will just write this statement, delete from table, or else sales. And the same we have to give, I mean, if you fire this SQL, what will happen, delete from the table name, it does the same behavior of the truncate. Okay, so delete from the table, 8 rows are deleted. I mean that entire table, the volume of the table is no more now. Okay, we have only structure. But if you use delete and if you commit, the transactions will be completely saved. But if you use a rollback, right, so rollback, 0 rows deleted, what is this? Hmm, not in this, yeah, this is strange. Errors, errors. Okay, I think this version has